trying this. I was asked and encouraged to do this by somebody because now that we can go live on our tablets and our phones after you've hit like 500 subscribers, I like to do the cooking videos, but I always do it where I can edit things and make them look better and cut out all the boring parts. And so this time I'm not cutting out the boring parts, and because this is being done in real time. So I'm probably going to bore you at points, and I won't blame you if you don't even stay in and watch this for 2 seconds. But if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. Check me out my TikTok, my Instagram, and my Facebook. So let's get this started and see what you think of this. This is my first time trying this. I have never made tater tot casserole. It's been years, and I mean years, since I have made red hot cinnamon apples. So that's what I'm cooking for dinner tonight. And I'm hoping that this turns out good because I haven't, like I said, this is my first time, but I'm doing a healthier version of it. So we'll see how this goes. Hi, Stock Explorer. This is my first time trying this, so I'm kind of like, oh my gosh. Natalie, you can thank Natalie for this if I bore you to death, because she's the one who told me to try this. So I'm going to light my stove up for one thing. I've already got my oven set, and it's set to 350 degrees because my oven actually runs hot. So I don't like to have it up any higher because then I burn my food. Okay, so when we get to that point, we put in the actual tater tot casserole in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes is how long you're supposed to cook it in the oven. And I'm going to try my hand at tater tot casserole, and we'll see how this goes. But first things first, I have lemon juice. I've already prepped my apples, and I don't know if you guys knew this tip or this trick, so I figured I would try showing this to you live, so at least you would know if you don't know. A good tip for keeping your apples from turning brown, which is already starting to because I waited too long, is using lemon juice on them. So usually I use lemon juice in my apple recipes, but I won't need to do that this time because they'll already be laced with lemon juice, because I'm trying to keep them from looking so horrible. Anyway, so just a tip right there. So let's get started. What I'm using is I'm cooking with lean ground beef. It's actually like 95% lean. I try to cook very healthy. Anybody who knows me knows it's a health channel, fitness channel. So I do try very hard to cook healthy and kind of figure out ways of making things healthy. So we're making tater tot casserole with a twist. We're going to make it a little more healthy today. Hey! Hi everybody! Okay, I will warn you, live chat disappears on me really fast on my tablet, so if I miss saying hi to you, please do not think I am being rude to you at all. I'm not trying to be, I promise. I'm just trying to make sure I don't ignore you, but I want you to know why I'm not saying anything. So, basically, I don't know how all of you do it, but I usually just use the spatula for my meat, and I just keep cutting it up into little pieces to get it nice and brown. One thing that I love about lean beef, number one, is healthier for you, correct? So that's the one thing I like about lean beef. The second thing, now watch it prove me wrong this time, is it doesn't leave a lot of grease. That may surprise you. So usually when I am done finished cooking it, and it's completely cooked, I'm going to try to cook this on high so it's a little faster, like I said, since I'm doing this live. I'm trying, I can't just cut off the video and then restart it. So anyway, this is my first time trying this. And this probably, who knows, maybe my last time trying this. Because it depends on how it goes. Thank you. I love this shirt. I got a long time ago when I used to work. at Walmart. You may not know what kind of store that is, but it was more of a high-end retail store. What was really, really cool is you get the high-end brand name stuff. You could get it cheaper when you watch it to go on third or fourth markdowns. And I've been watching. Trust me, when I was working, I was watching the shirt. It went down on its fourth markdown, and you get a 20% discount on top of the clearance prices. So that was the only one of the few perks of working at Walmart is you would see when they went down real cheap, and if we didn't have it in our store, we'd get ordered in from another store and shipped into our store, and we get our discount. So you can get some really cool stuff for really good prices. I'm trying to watch you guys. And hi, Stock Explorer. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. How's the stocks doing today? Hopefully they're on the upswing. That's what we all want to hear, right? You need to check her out. I love her. She keeps you posted on what stocks is good to get involved in, and she tells you the best ones to invest in at the time, when they're up, when they're down. She tells you, hey, I'd be checking this one out today because this was a good one to get on board on. This is not one you want to invest in right now. She's really good about keeping you up and to date on all of that. So check her channel out when you have time. And I love the way she presents it. Now you can see, people, they could give you, a stock report, and a lot of times they're like the monotone voice. Not her. She has that very lively, very entertaining. She really keeps you up to date on everything, but she does it in a way that keeps you interested. You definitely want to learn about the world of stocks from her, because she knows what she's talking about, and she is really good and entertaining with the way that she presents it to you. So make sure you go check out Stock Explorer whenever you have time. And you guys check each other out. I can't see all of you on the live chat, like I said. It keeps appearing and disappearing on my tablet. So I know I'm not getting set and saying hi to everybody the way I want to, or seeing everything from everybody, but make sure you guys are checking each other out. That's what it's all about. Is we're a community, whether you realize it or not. YouTubers are, and we have to look out for each other. And that's one thing I love that Brainstorm always suggests and mentions in Brainstorm challenges. And he's right. We are a community. So we have to look out for each other and be there to support each other. So make sure you're checking each other out and saying hi to each other and checking out each other's videos and what each other's channels are about. Because that is truly what it's about. Is you find some really, really cool YouTube creators out there that work really hard on their channels, and also are really just awesome people to get to know. So make sure you're doing that. And my meat is almost brown, so we're about ready to move on to the second step. Yay! I'm trying to make this as fun as I can. So what are you all having for dinner? I know I won't see it, but you can see it as good as I would like to. But tell me anyway. At least tell each other what you're fixing for dinner tonight. Even if it's something from the drive-thru. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to show you my little trick. Because, like I said, it doesn't get quite as greasy. I don't know if I can show this to you very well or not. There's not as much grease as in normal beef. So what I do is I actually am going to turn this off for a minute. And I personally take paper towels because there's not very much grease. And yes, it is hot. Yes, I know. But I just set the paper towel in there, and that's how I soak it all up. That way I don't have to worry about finding, because you never want, and for anybody out there, in case you don't know this, don't ever, ever throw grease down your sink. You will definitely plug up your plumbing very quickly and cause hardened grease to go down in there, and that is not cool. You don't want that. So that's why you want either a can or something to pour your grease into. And for me, this is the way I do it because it's just quicker and easier to do. And I don't have to worry about hunting for something to dump my grease into. And there we go. Voila, all done. First part done. Now what I do is I'm going to take some seasoning salt. You gotta have some flavor. What do you guys like using? I use Lowry seasoning salt a lot. Probably seen in some of my past videos, you've seen me put it in there. So I'll put that on there. stir to give it a nice stir. While it's still nice and hot, I'm going to go ahead and get the pan. First of all, I'm going to put it in a bowl. Now, I like to show people that you don't have to have all the freshly prepared stuff. We all work. We all have short amount of time in our lives. Am I correct? So I like to teach you not only portion control, but I also like to teach you how to cheat. Okay? And show you that there's nothing wrong with cheating. Just isn't. Okay? So what I've done today, because I didn't have time that I wanted to cook all this away from fresh, I'm using pepper and onion blend. It's already cut. I'm also using California blend, which is going to have broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots in it. I'm a big vegetable person, if you have not figured that out about me. I love my veggies, but I do like my meat, so I don't think I could ever be a vegetarian, to be honest with you. Because you have to be willing to just completely not eat. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Okay, so I'm going to relight my stove. I'm only going to cook the vegetables for just a few minutes with some salt. We're going to put this baby together, and then I'm going to show you how to make red hot cinnamon apples. Now that is a treat. Let me tell you, I loved that when I was a kid. Growing up, my mom would make it. I don't know if you've heard of atomic fireballs. That's a really good candy too. And if my mom didn't have the red hot, so couldn't find them, she would steal my atomic fireballs. She'd steal my atomic fireballs from me, guys, so she could make it. But oh, it was so worth it. I always would let her have some of them because there is nothing like red hot apples. But I'm going to make it a little different than the way my mom does. It came right back on for me. That was awesome. I didn't have to. Very rare does that happen. And actually, for the first time ever, and that's now I'm making a video, I didn't have to light it. Okay, so I'm just going to get these warmed up basically because they're going to pretty much cook through on their own when they're in the pan. I got lots of vegetables. I'm going to show you another thing. Don't hate me, you guys. Natalie is already going to cringe and roll up her little nose. I can see it right now because she's going to be like, yeah, I already told her I was making this. She is the one who gave me the idea to make tater tot casserole. So just so you guys know. And Natalie now has started her own channel. She's only got one video on there, but check it out. Her name of her channel is Natalie Nicole. Natalie Nicole instead of Natalie Penn. She's changing her name to her first and last name. And I'm proud of her. She was really scared, but she did just a short video showing you a farm game she enjoys playing. So check her out when you have time, okay? I'm trying to see this before you guys disappear. Thank you. I know, right? Hi, Brainstorm! How's it going? Good to see you. I'm sorry, like I said, I don't see everybody like I want to. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, I did whip out some olive oil. And I put a cap full of olive oil in there for the oil for my vegetables. I'm cooking this on high again. I'm trying to make this go as fast as I can since I'm doing this live and I can't edit this and cut out the boring parts. Hey, I got a joke for you guys. Thanks to Corey's comedy channel, he told me a joke that I had to tell you. I was supposed to tell it to you before doing one of my workouts, but I'm going to tell it to you now. I'm going to get very serious on you, seriously, okay? I made a big decision about something in my life, and I really have to tell you about it. I decided that I'm going to be cremated. The reason I'm going to be cremated is because I know for sure then I will have a smoking hot body. Yes, that's from Corey's comedy channel. He told me to say that one. He's an awesome dude too, so check him out. And check out Brainstorm Challenges that just came in and said hi. He's awesome. He's getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're all doing what we can to help him get there. So you guys make sure you are helping him out. If you're seeing this and you haven't heard of Brainstorm Challenges, check him out. He'll do about any food challenge you give to him. And he does other things too. So that's what he likes. He lives in his channel's about doing challenges. So if you have anything, any crazy food ideas you want him to try, or you would like to see somebody try, just because you're wondering what it's like or what it would be like mixed together, he's the one to ask to do it. I'm telling you, I'm not envying him on this challenge he's about getting ready to do here soon. He's going to do the one chip challenge, and no, I don't think I can handle that one. But he's pretty cool dude. He tries stuff, and him and I have something in common. We both like hot stuff, hot and spicy. The hotter and the spicier, the better. Although I haven't tried ghost peppers yet, so I'll admit that he's a little bit over on me on that one. Alright guys, I think I got these heated enough. Like I said, they're going to cook most of the time in the stove anyways. Let me drain some of the juice out carefully. Alright, I just wanted to heat them up real quick, and I think they're heated pretty good. So, here we go. Here's the next part. Gotta get the pan out. Let's see how many of these veggies actually fit in the pan. So, I actually have been given permission, Natalie, to do mushroom soup. I was going to refrain from using mushroom soup, guys, because my husband is lactose intolerant. And usually mushroom soup tears him up, but he does take lactose pills, and he says, I'm going to try it. I'll take them with my lactose pills, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to do diced tomatoes and green chilies in with my meat real quick here before I put them in the bottom of the pan. Add a little extra flavor, and tomato, who doesn't like ketchup with their tater tots or french fries, right? So of course tomatoes is always a good idea. So we're going to add that in real quick and stir it up. And then I'm going to put about half of the meat in the bottom. I'm going to let the vegetables and the meat get mixed together really good. Because this is a big pan, if you haven't noticed. And the veggies, oh yeah. Put a lot of the veggies in there, because I'm just going to mix the whole thing together. Okay. Now, since my husband's lactose intolerant, I found this. This is actually lactose-free cheese. This is called I never say it right. Cabot. It's C-O-B-O-T. Cabot is the name of it, and it's strongly sharp cheddar cheese. So that's what I'm cutting up instead of just regular cheese that I'm putting into your black casserole. I'm putting something in here that my husband definitely can have. I'm very, very self-conscientious about stuff like that. And if I know people's dietary needs, and I am cooking for somebody, which I never get to entertain anymore because, I don't know, anyway, because of everything that's happened. And then my hubby's he likes being to himself, honestly. But when I do get to entertain, and I have cooked in the past, if I know of anything special needs, site needs that my company has, I make sure I follow directions and take care of them, so that way I don't feed them something that will make them sick. I mean, isn't that what a good host is supposed to do? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just cutting into little dices, because unfortunately with lactose-free cheese, you can't find it in shredded, or at least haven't been able to yet. So I'm hoping eventually I will be able to find it shredded somewhere. But I'm trying to get as much cheese in on this part, and then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients, and oh my goodness, it already just to me looks like it's going to be really good. Okay, now we'll put the rest of the veggies in. Yeah, I told Natalie she needs to share the positive with us. now that she's starting her own channel, just getting started, she needs to start making videos and get in on it with us. All right, the rest of the meat's going in. Spreading it out. Oh yeah, this looks like a good, it's going to be a good meat and veggie tater tot casserole for sure. So then what you do is you want it to make sure everything sticks together good. So now I'm going to add more cheese. This is definitely a portion control item for sure. Why? The cheese. The cheese is what's going to get you on this, okay? Even though this is lactose-free cheese, it's got a lot of calories to it. So I will kid you not, it's still something that you need to be careful on how much you eat. I'm going to use probably a good portion of this block of cheese, not all of it, just to make sure I got enough cheese so it all bakes well and sticks together well like it's supposed to. Now, I also still got to add the mushroom soup in and the tater tots on top. So let's get this all up on here. My thing is I love cheese. I'd be so, if I ever become allergic to cheese, I think I'm going to cry. Because I pretty much like cheese and hot sauce on just about anything you give me. As long as it's not something like chocolate or something weird, but hey, that's an idea right there. Because of Cody's Extreme channel, we're supposed to do an extreme food thing, short, chocolate and hot sauce. What do you think, brainstorm? Maybe that's what I should do Saturday morning. I don't know. That's a little extreme in my opinion. So that might be a work. All right, here we go. Mushroom soup's coming out. Sorry, being bad. You didn't see this. Okay. Put this away because I'm really not going to need that anymore now. Let's get this cream mushroom sauce on here. I'm using Campbell's. You can use any brand you want. But Natalie said she always uses cream of mushroom soup. And I've never, like I said, because my husband's lactose intolerant, I was kind of afraid to use it. So I'm trying to use as much cheese as I can to get creaminess and moisture. I'm just spreading it as good as I can across the top. And I'll try again to show you guys real quick. I'm sorry, I know it's my kitchen is not suitable for these videos in my opinion, but here we go. Now it's all spread across the top. All I have to do now there we go again. And add the tater tots. Now, and do different tater tots and use something healthier than regular tater tots. So, here we go. I'm going to, my husband suggested one of these. I didn't think about it, he did. So we're going to see how this tastes. So, we're going to use veggie tots. So we're using Green Giant's veggie tots. It's cauliflower. That's what I'm using. Okay. We tried these. These are actually very good. I know they don't sound good, but they're very good. Okay. So they look like regular tater tots if you've never seen them before. So here's what my thing is. I'm going to do these all across the top. This is probably going to be one of my longest videos I've ever done when it comes to cooking because I'm trying to slide. So I'm sorry if I'm boring anybody, but Natalie thought I should at least try it just once. This is probably the only and last time I will do this. trying to evenly put these on top, so that's why it's taking forever. I get a little bit OCD. My husband will tell you I have this really bad habit, and I get really irritated with him. Not really, but I can sometimes, because I have to have everything even. I don't know, I can't break it. We used to when we were really short on money. You go to restaurants and you order a plate of food to share. And he got to where he would just stop and let me divide it because he knew I wouldn't be happy until it's divided perfectly. And it was to the point that if there was one fry more than an even amount, I would actually take it and divide it in half. So we both had the same amount of food. Okay, so here we go. Green Giant, Veggie Tots. This one is sweet potato, and cauliflower. That's the one that I think Natalie's going to turn her nose up at because she told me she's not into sweet potatoes. But I think this is going to be delicious because I love sweet potatoes. I either, whenever I go get steak, because my husband got me on steak, didn't used to be until I married him, I either will get a loaded baked potato or a sweet potato every single time. One or the other I gotta have. Okay. I think this is going to be super good. I've never done this before, but it already just looks good to me, just seeing how it looks now. I'm going to try to finish and fill all of this on top and just use it all up. You know, I don't go back to work for my vacation till Saturday, so I consider it being okay to splurge a little bit. I love these. This is going to make this extra yummy. I already can tell. I'm already looking forward to trying this. I want to try Natalie's version because I've never had tater tot casserole. I want to try the yummy, unhealthy version of tater tot casserole because I've never had it. So this is my first time ever experiencing tater tot casserole. Just so you guys know. So this is all brand new to me. All right, here we go. And it's pretty heavy too. All right, here we go. In it goes. I got my alarm for 25 minutes on my phone. And I may do a short on what it looks like afterwards because depending on how long it takes the apples, I'm not going to keep you guys that long. So, let me get my alarm set. Now you get to see how I am when I cook in the kitchen. I can be kind of awkward. I feel like I am. Alright, here we go. So next, let's do this. It's time for dessert. Alright, so let me look at my phone because I wrote everything down from memory. And from what my mom reminded me of how I'm supposed to do it, she called me and told me, I was like, Mom, there's a couple of things I don't remember about it. So she called me and told me what I needed to do. So I'm going to follow what she told me to do. So instead of 1 cup of water, I've decided that I'm going to use 1 cup of apple cider to make it a little bit more creamy. Okay, first thing. Next thing, I'm going to add, I'm making this my own. So my mom's watching, she's probably like, that's not in the recipe, Elaine. I already can hear her yelling at me through the computer screen right about now. Yes, I know, Mom. Okay. About a capful of brandy. And right now we've been using this one because I couldn't find the one I normally buy. kind of turning this into a red hot cinnamon stewed apple. So just so you know, I'm going a little off beat here. I'm using Malibu rum. Okay. Now, I need to make sure that the red hots are cooked. I'm making about 8 apples, so I'm supposed to do 1/3 red hots. So I'm trying to watch and make sure that I only put in about that amount. I may add a little bit more. In fact, I might just add this whole entire box. I'm going to double up the recipe because this is definitely going to be more than 1 cup of apples. Because the recipe that my mom told me about, it goes by 1 cup of apples. We are going to turn up this heat nice and high. We're going to get some faster. Okay. I'd say that's probably about right for the amount. I just wanted to double up on it. Okay. And then I'm supposed to do, I think it's 2 cups of sugar. So instead of just regular sugar, I'm going to use brown sugar. So 2 cups of sugar. So this will be fine because this is really wet. And I got the heat's nice and high. I just need to get me a spoon, spatula, something I can stir this with, because I gotta keep stirring these non-stop until it's all melted. And if I cook it on high, it should make it go a little bit faster. And my mom will probably be about ready to have a hot cow because she'll also tell me that it's gonna be easier to burn it. Old school. I love my mom, but I already know she's yelling at me if she's watching it right now. Because that's a given. I know my mom. I had a hard time learning how to cook because my mom would be like, no, not this way. She'd push me out of the way. This way. So we finally made an agreement that 1 day a week was my day to cook. And me and my mom used to have a huge garden. So she would go outside and she'd play in the garden for about an hour. And she wouldn't come into the house, so I ran outside and called her in and told her dinner was ready. That's how I had to learn to cook. She would set the recipe in front of me and she'd walk away. Otherwise, probably to this day, I don't know how to cook. Just saying. Because that's how she was. I'm like, Mom, I'm never going to learn if you keep doing this to me. And I was like, if I ever get married, I'm going to want to know how to cook for my husband. It's like, come on. And that'd be nice. He knows how to cook too, of course. And my husband likes to cook turkey. And he's really good at it. So I just sit back and relax and watch him do the work on whenever he decides to cook one of those. It's kind of nice. I do the dishes. That's kind of how we do it. And he does the cooking. I think it works pretty good. Alright, get out from here. You're supposed to be in there. Okay. Alright, I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. Now here comes the fun part. I don't know where those spoons are, measuring spoons are. So I'm going to have to do a, oh, maybe I've done that. I did. There they are. Okay. I was about to say I was going to have to do a guesstimate on the rest of this ingredients. Okay. And it looks like it's cooking pretty good in there. So I'm going to put my brown sugar away in the fridge, get it out of the way. Apples don't go in until all of that mixture is cooked pretty good. And everyone who has joined me off and on during this, thank you for joining me. I know this is a little boring. So I'm sorry, fast forward across the boring parts later. So you can really watch it, you can really enjoy it. But anyway. Ah, they're already melting. Oh, I can smell them. I think I'm gonna add the rest of the red hots in. I just feel like I need to, so, you know, for taste. So basically I did 2 boxes of red hots. So this is when it gets tricky because then you gotta keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. And I need 1/4 thing of cinnamon. And since I'm using red hots this time, I'm only going to use 1/4. Literally 1/4, and that's it. I gotta find my 1/4. There it is. Perfect. And grab the right one. How often does that happen? Okay, so the 1/4 of cinnamon. And I'm also using allspice. So I'm using 2 1/4 things of allspice. And ground nutmeg is another ingredient you want to use. Let me top this baby off because it's just easier. And I'm doubling up the recipe. If you're doing it for like 2 or 3 apples, then you're only going to use 1 1/4, but I'm using 2 1/4 instead of 1 1/4. Maybe that sounds a little confusing, but it's because I'm doing about 8 apples. Okay. So then one thing, I'm only going to do 1 thing of ginger. Why I like to add ginger is it adds a different little flavor to it, and my husband has stomach issues, so it helps his stomach. So I like to add a little extra in there for him. I'm kind of worried because he told me to go ahead and put the mushroom soup in the Tatter Tot Cassarole that I'm making for my very first time ever. And with him being lactose intolerant, I'm really hoping it won't make me sick. Okay, so next thing is I do a little bit of honey. You see how easy this honey comes out? That's going to be the fun part. See, this is why I don't like doing live cooking videos. I can't edit any of this out. I'm like, oh, come on. So if it's slow in parts, I can't just stop it and cut it out and redo it. So, but Natalie's right. I should at least just try it once. Try doing a live cooking video just one time, right? Okay. So I'm only putting in 1 tablespoon of honey because I don't feel like messing with it right now. Sorry. Yeah, because it's so sticky. All right, and it's already starting to bubble, so I think that's a really good sign. So I might be able to add the apples in here really soon. What I'm going to do is do it this way. This is going to be bad. I know I'm not measuring it out this way, but it's okay. I don't know about how much more I need in here. Because I'm just tired of fighting with it on the spoon because it's getting all over my hands and I don't like it. I don't need a lot more. Not that much more will probably do the trick. And how's the red hots coming? Red hots or the candies about there. It's definitely a lot smaller. Mom says it takes a while. It's been so long, but I remember watching her over the stove. And I keep watching her. You're like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? You know how us kids can be. Okay, so one more thing. 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm just watching the red hots. They're getting, they're about there already, so turning the heat up a little bit is working. So you put about 2 tablespoons of butter in because they are stewed apples. And I rounded that a little bit for the out, but I wanted to, so I'm going to make this one a little bit thinner. There we go. Now you guys get to see how clumsy I am when I cook, right? Okay. So I've been enjoying this. I make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. I'm glad people aren't staying in the whole time because otherwise it probably would be boring. This is the part that gets really boring, and I'm very sorry. Let's see how many minutes is on the clock for our food. Our tater tots that's in the oven. Let's see how many minutes I've actually been working on these apples. Got 12 minutes left. Okay. Woohoo! 12 minutes, people. We're about there. I can't wait to see. I'm going to see the light. Probably just needs to be turned on. Look at it. It's getting pretty. It's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, the cheese is spread out really good. It looks like. It's looking like it's good. I'm probably gonna cook it a little bit longer than what it says, just because I personally am funny about stuff like that. But I might try to pull the tablet down, turn it the other directions where you see the stove instead of me, so you guys can get an idea of how it's coming along. And what I'm going to do for you is, once I get these apples in and finished, I'm probably going to do a short for you later, so you guys can see me taste testing it, because I'm sure by now you guys are getting kind of bored. And I'm really surprised I don't have any cats in here begging me for food or attention. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit more, because the red hots are really coming along. I mean, melted, but I want to finish so I can finish putting in the apples. My husband don't get off till 7 tonight, and told me he wasn't going to be very hungry, so he told me to go ahead and cook and get something to eat. So he'll have something when he gets in. He probably will have more of this tomorrow than he will today. And to be completely honest, and I get really impatient, so I'm about ready to just go ahead and throw the apples in, even though probably yell at me right now telling me not to do it. They are melting, and it is melting pretty good, and it does have a nice red hue from the red hots. That's one thing I do remember my mom used to add food coloring, which I don't have any, so to give them that red look. Also, I will tell you, if you come in around now, or anybody does, or watches this later, Brainstorm does usually lives on Thursday nights. We have a ball, because he has what is called StreamYard, and you can actually get on and you're on a split screen with him. He'll let you in, and it's kind of fun because you can chit chat with him like you're just sitting in the living room, and you all just have a ball, and we feel like we're family. I swear. With Brainstorm, he's actually a really cool guy, and he makes you feel like family. And so you know how your relatives, you get where you talk over each other and are laughing and joking about something, and all of you are wanting to talk at once. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's a lot of fun. We have a blast. And then of course we watch the live chat to see who comes on, so we can talk to them too. We never leave anybody out that's on the live chat. And I don't always go in all the way on these lights, but I do a lot of the time because him and the kid Savage really like me too, and they've become good friends of mine. So they're really cool guys. Really are an awesome guys that comes on his channel on Thursday nights. Oh, that's better. It's bubbling. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down here in a minute because I think it's there about where that wants me to be. I've never made tater tot casserole before, so I keep watching it. And I know it's just constantly the opening thing, but I can't help myself. It's looking good. I think it's cooking pretty good. Oh yeah, baby, that's it. That's what I was wanting. Okay, we're about there. Now I can put the apples in. This is like bubbling really good. Oh my god, this reminds me so much of making grape butter. My mom made homemade grape jelly and grape butter. I didn't like the prep work. I hated it because you have to dig through and find all the bad ones, and I think I did more killing bugs than I did separating grapes and washing them because I got so irritated at all those stupid bugs that start crawling out those grapes when you bring them in the house, sit them on the kitchen table, sort through them. But I'm telling you, the froth, this is what it's reminding me now of, is how, I wish you guys could see this, the way that froth is because of the sugar and the red hots melting. It's doing that frothy thing that it did, and me and my grandpa would sit at the table and we'd wait patiently for mom to take some of that froth off so we could eat the froth. I mean, her grape butter and her grape jelly was homemade grape butter and grape jelly was amazing. She also made grape wine, and I have got to taste her grape wine before. I won't tell you how old I was because I get her in trouble. But yeah, my mom was like really into the gardening and homemaking type stuff. I just don't have the time. I wish I did to do all that kind of some cool stuff, but it is what it is. It's the world we live in. You know, those people out there that still have the privilege of doing stuff like that, and power to them, because I think it's awesome. Are. All right, time to add the apples in. Yes. And if you're curious how red my sauce looks from the, can you see how red my spoon is? That gives you an idea of how red it is from the sauce from the apples. So I made, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7 apples are in here right now, getting cooked. And so I'm cooking 7 apples at the moment. Trying to get them mixed good. Oh yeah. And I'll find a little bowl to pour them into. There'll be plenty for me and my hubby later. He doesn't get off till 7. Ooh, it's 6 o'clock. So he'll be able to warm this up and eat it. Now I gotta wait for the apples to get good and soft. That's part 2. We're getting there. And like I said, I'm probably going to cut this off here in a few minutes and just do a short so you guys can see what it looks like. But now you've seen what it is like to cook with me live. Okay, I'm sorry. I know parts of it was boring. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off because I feel like it's gone forever, and I'm pretty sure I've probably bored some of you to death. I don't even know how long this has been going. Nearly, almost an hour. Okay. Not too bad, I guess, because I've seen, but it's not that interesting. Seriously, watching somebody cook, I don't know. Some people, it's therapeutic, I guess, to watch somebody cook, right? But anyway, good job. That's gross. Guess what? That's getting much. Now see, that's what if you didn't see it live, you wouldn't have seen that because I would have edited that right out of there. So you wouldn't have seen me drop some of my seasoning salt in there. Oh my goodness. No, that was way too funny. See, you get to see all the oopses. That's the only advantage to this being really boring. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I cannot wait until these soften up. Okay. This is going to be so yummy. And so is the tater tot casserole, I already can tell. I'm really excited. Yes! You guys, it's bubbling. That's a good sign. The food's bubbling in there. All the sauces and the cheese is coming up to the top and bubbling. So we are about there. Yes. That makes me happy. Anyway, I hope you guys are liking this. I really do. And I don't know, Natalie's probably already gone. But she told me she'd come in for a little bit with me. Yes. Anybody else out there like to cook? I love to cook. I just don't ever have time. So like right now I'm on vacation. Like I said, my first day back is Saturday. Usually when I make cooking videos for you guys, it's usually during my vacations or on my days off. And like I said, I always cut corners because I just don't have a lot of time. Because on my days off, we usually have all these errands to do. We have to mow the yard. We have to do house stuff. We have to, you know how it is on your days off when you work 40 plus hours a week. So it's just, you have so much you gotta get done together as a couple. And so I cut corners, and that's what I'm trying to show you is how to cut corners today. I'm not doing a very good job, but I did show you. At least you didn't have to dice and cut all the veggies. I showed you how to get away with not doing that. I'm going to put this one in the freezer, and I'm going to have this later because I didn't need to put it in there. I had enough veggies. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be ready to chow because I haven't ate very much yet today. And I usually don't on my days off. I'm really, really bad. And a lot of times when I go into work, I usually don't eat until lunchtime because I just don't feel like eating. I do eat something small for breakfast. I don't know, usually like banana or a protein shake or something like that. But I'm really bad. So then when I finally get ready for work and have my lunch, I really chow. Let's just put it that way. I'm getting excited because everything is starting to come together. 17 seconds for my tater tots to come out. 17 seconds. Ooh, yes. So we're going to hear the annoying buzz here in a minute. I'm going to turn this up a little bit higher again because I really want these to get done. Actually, there's my, it doesn't sound too bad actually. I've heard worse. Alright, here we go. Let's check this baby out. Since it's my very first time cooking it, I don't really know what it's actually supposed to look like when it's done. And I know it's done, so how I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a fork and get it down where some of the veggies are and see if they're nice and soft and cooked. And if they're not, then I will kind of slide her back in for a little bit longer. And that's how I'm going to gauge it. Because this is my first time trying this. Actually, that went in pretty easy. These seem like they're nice and soft. It's a little bit juicy at the bottom. I don't know if it's supposed to be because, like I said, I've never cooked this before. But it's probably because of all the veggies that's in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it out. I'll let it sit out, and I'm thinking it's done. It looks done. I've never done this before. This is going to be a real treat for me because I've never had it before. But yeah, I'm checking the vegetables and they're nice and soft for sure. Every one that I'm touching, my fork is. Oh, hold on a minute. I got one on the way out. Yes, I know it's hot, but I don't care. This is how you test your food, right? I think it's almost perfect because it's just a tad crunchy, but not a lot. I'm going to leave it in for another 5 minutes, personally, because that is my first time, but that was pretty soft. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and let it cool. Because I honestly feel like it's really done. It's soft as that ever was. It doesn't need any more food, any more cooking. And it's a little bit juicy, so I'm gonna have to ask Natalie. It might be because I've added too many vegetables into it, so that's probably why. Because I've seen videos, because I was curious about it, and I don't think theirs seems to be quite as juicy, but I also know that all that thickens up and hardens up as it cools down. I'm not gonna want to eat it for a while. It sounds sad, but I'm probably gonna wait till my husband gets home and eat some of it with him, and he'll be mad at me because he doesn't get off to 7 and he'll want me to have it eaten before that. Ah, Natalie, hey, good, I'm seeing you. So you think that's why it's probably juicy too, is because, you know, all the vegetables? Does yours come out like juicy, kind of, sort of, a little bit? I mean, there's juice in the bottom. That's it. It's not bad. Can you guys see what it looks like? See, and there's, oh, I can't show you the juice that's coming to the top. But there's juice that's coming to the top. Probably could drain some of it. Let me see if I can without ruining the food. Then when it cools down, it'll be better. Yeah, I'm draining the juice right now, guys. Because it looks delicious. Personally, I think it looks really good. I've never made it before, and I definitely think it looks good. I drained most of the juice out, so now when it should harden and thicken up a little bit more. Ah, gotcha. So you don't use vegetables in yours. Yeah, I was trying to make it a little bit more of a healthy tater tot casserole because of my channel. You know, so okay. Now I'm seeing you guys better because I'm not so busy over here cooking. Thanks, Natalie. I appreciate you letting me know about that because I was kind of wondering about it. Yeah, it was. I got it all out though. Hi, Dad Cave. How are you? Hey, guys. If you haven't heard of the Dad Cave, I can't wait for my brother when he's been going through a lot of stress because my sister-in-law's been very sick, and so he's been taking care of her ever since she got shot. It threw her into a whirlwind, and he's so stressed out and doesn't have a lot of time. But I did send him the link, Dad Cave, to your channel. So I can't wait for him to see your channel. He's going to love it, and I think it'll help him de-stress a little bit. I really think that this turned out good. It's already starting to harden up a little bit, which is kind of crazy. Okay, let me get another fork because I'm trying to be kosher here. And see how my apples are doing. They're bubbling. Oh yeah. You guys, my apples are pretty much almost done too. I can get my fork all the way through them. Ha, sweet! Alright, my apples are finished too. That is so awesome. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Let me get my gloves and see if I can hold on to it and do it right so you guys can see it. But if you haven't heard of the Dad Cave, he actually is all about woodworking tips. He's pretty cool dude, so you got to check him out too. Okay, here we go. Ah! I'm trying to give you guys a kind of a slight glimpse. There we go. That's what they look like when they're done. Oh my god. They are so good too. You guys, I'm going to, my son is probably going to not thank me, because I'll probably burn it trying to do this. Okay. Here you go. This is what they look like when you use red hot cinnamon disc to make candied apples. OMG. They're perfect. They're as good as I remember. They're not too mushy. They're just the way I like them. Oh my goodness. They're so good. I wish we had taste vision or something so I could send one through to you guys so you guys could all try it. So I'm all done. I'm very tempted to try just one tiny bite of this casserole, even though it's not completely cooled down, just so we can see what it tastes like, and then we'll let you guys go. So I'm either going to like this or hate this, because I don't know. I'm trying to get some of the veggies in here. Here we meat and okay. It smells good. It tastes really good, guys. And these veggie tots, you'll be very surprised how tasty they are. Oh my god. It's good. You guys, this is really good. I'm not playing. Oh my god. Okay, all done. First live cooking video. I'll try to come up with something that takes only 10-15 minutes next time if I ever do it again. The good thing is if. So let me know, please, if you really enjoyed this. I'll be able to see the live chat later when everything everybody was saying to me. I'm so sorry if I missed saying hello to you. I promise I was not ignoring you. It was not intentional at all. I really appreciate all of you coming in. Thank you so much for supporting me today. This was my very first time ever trying a live cooking video. And like I said, it may be my last one. I don't know, because it'll depend on, you know, if I like it enough or other people like it enough for me to even want to do it again. So let me know if you like the live versus my uploads, because my uploads I can edit out all the boring parts, and you know, you don't get to talk with me. I don't get to talk with you when I actually see the live chat, but you know, at least you don't have to stand there and wait forever or watch forever until something is cooked. So when I edit my videos compared to this, so let me know what you guys think of it. Whatever you do, keep moving, keep eating healthy, do not give up. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming in, saying hi, and supporting me today. Have an amazing day, everybody. I don't know what you guys are having for dinner, but I hope it tastes as good as this turned out for me. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. Show some support and love to all of the YouTube creators who came in and said hello to me today. Make sure you check their channels out, because I know they'll really appreciate having you come over and visit and leaving them a comment. Have a great day, everyone.